The captain will be looking for, not you.
The reason for all that careful hosepipe rolling is now apparent. With no pump on the island, we'll have to connect hundreds of yards of canvas hoses and push the water from the boat all the way to the storage container in the middle of the town.
How's it going there, Griff?
You know, we could do with a bit of a hand here.
Really?
Well, I would think so.
My wife said to me, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, I'd like a Croatian girl, which she didn't like very much.
Griff is now proudly claiming to have improved the way they do this, because he's come with some technique where the boat gets dragged along and it helps carry the thing. They've been doing this for 40 years, and Griff has arrived in his first afternoon and started declaring improvements. He's like a management consultant who's been shipped in, you know? OK, here we go. Griff, sending you water.
With the water pumps flat out, it's still going to take 6 hours to unload the cargo. Time to check on the whereabouts of our yachts.
Listen, it's fabulous that you could be able to do this, but it would be enormously helpful if you could be in pool on Tuesday. OK, that might well be a problem.
So if there is a chance of hitching a lift to Venice, it'll be via Pula, 70 miles up the coast. So that's where we have to head for.
But as the water delivery finished, we couldn't let a Croatian sunset go to waste.
Are you finding that very difficult?
It's quite complicated.
We're very grateful, Griff.
You bash your fingers together. You don't look at it.
Is there a sense in which you are enjoying the sunset less than we are?
I'm enjoying it less than you.
Well, actually, Griff, even though you're in discomfort, I have to say that you are the only person on this boat who can see the sunset.
Yeah.
You describe it to us, and we'll say...
I'll swivel you around.
We look at you, you look at the
See the
sunset.
sun setting down.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hang on, I'm not going to look. I'm going to wait. Keep going.
Oh, sorry.
Keep going. No, keep going.
Okay,
keep
now-
going.
now-
No, keep going.
It's fine.
Griff, you're in the way of the sunset. I can't see the sunset because you're in the way.
You had it perfect there for a second,
Yeah.
but now you've ruined it. That is very nice, I've said.
That's lovely.
We arrive in Zadar, 30 miles up the coast, too late to enjoy its best feature. In 1964, film director Alfred Hitchcock proclaimed, "The Zadar sunset is a magnificent scene that has outlived time." We make do instead with a seafront light sculpture called Greeting to the Sun, which only turns on at night, much like Rory.
This was like Alfred Hitchcock's favourite sunset in the world.
What was Alfred Hitchcock doing here?
Good question. He was making a
Just
film.
on holiday, or checking out a location, or thinking... He looked at the sunset and thought, how beautiful, and thought, well, I can't use that. I can't use that. Beautiful sunsets. I don't do beautiful sunsets. I do murders and horrible things.
Is that how Alfred Hitchcock talks? That's excellent, yeah.
Did you not know that Alfred Hitchcock?
No, that's great.
He was a good old
Did he?
cockney man, he was. Alfred Hitchcock,
He was more jowly sound to him.
I think that's Winston Churchill, isn't it?
We shall fight them on the beaches. On tonight's programme, the story of a man.
We haven't had a lot of people here since the new road was built. Mother!
With no ferries or other boats at this time of year, we have to get from Zadar to Pula via plane.
Please take particular note of the location of the emergency exits.
At least we could enjoy the remaining 300 Croatian islands from the air, as technically we leave the Dalmatian coast and head for the Istrian one.
You're not a nervous flyer, Griff?
No.
You've done loads of flights.
It's not loads of flying. It never really occurs to me. It seems to me that if, you know, it's one of those things, if your number's up, you're going down, it's safer than catching a bus, isn't it?
Well, you never hear of a bus crash landing in the sea.
Pula is the largest town on the Istrian Peninsula. At its heart lies the Pula Arena, one of the best preserved Roman amphitheatres in the world.
Hey, it's better than the one in Rome
Why is it better than the one in Rome?
because there's more of it.
And they're less fake centurions standing around with sort of
there's a lot of that.
smoking fags and standing around waiting for some...
It's not quite out of the middle of a
activity.
roundabout like the one in Rome.
This arena dates back to 28 BC and was used for gladiatorial combat until the Emperor Honorius banned it in the 5th century. In the 1500s, the Venetians wanted to steal it. They planned to move it to Venice stone by stone, but luckily they were foiled.
Nowadays, it's used as a concert venue, with Elton John, Sting and Sinead O'Connor all having performed here.
Essentially, it's like the O2 of its day. You know, Michael McIntyre in his day would have played here. And then a lion would have come on and eaten him. Yeah.
And
What's he gonna do tomorrow night?
if you needed to make a speech,
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel all right here?
Oh, yeah, you could project here.
Yeah.
Friends.
Romans. Actually, no,
Poolins.
that's Julius
Poolins.
Caesar. I don't think they played Julius Caesar would ever have been done in Roman times, would it?
It's actually quite good, the echo.
Yeah, I could hear that.
That's pretty good acoustics after all that.
Ow! A lion is eating my leg! Oh, yeah.
With such a magnificent acoustic on offer, it was too much for the thespian amongst us to resist.
Thank you!
Sorry?
Good evening, Paula!
Sorry. What did he say?
Welcome to the first show of 531 AD!
Yeah, can we get more lions, please?
Yeah.
Do us pick a pocket or two, Griff. A man's got a heart, has an aim.
You know, we kind of meant that as a joke, but he's going for it.
I'm finding it hard to be real.
It's an open mic night.
Yeah, it is,
Turn him
yeah.
off. Next.
We should move this whole thing to Venice.
Yeah.
They just haven't got the crowds anymore.
He just licensed this place.
Situation.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Bring on the poet.
It's escaping. It's escaping.
Comedian escaping from the arena. No, you can't break the fourth wall. That's
You've
very,
gone Brechtian
that's
on us.
very, people at Pool aren't ready for this kind of modern theatre.
Our yachts from the boat show should be passing Pula tomorrow morning, although we still weren't sure if they'd stop and pick us up. In the meantime, Griff and I hire a tourist boat to explore.
I don't know why. I thought, being a middle-aged man now, you know, and very anal myself, I'd like it, but it's just, to me, there's something about elements of Croatia just a little bit too tidy. I was expecting it far more to be rougher at the edges.
Covered in piles of litter like Spain and Greece.
Well, maybe. I mean, the streets are incredibly clean. It looks like somebody's been along with a vacuum.
No, but I think that's wear and tear. The cobbles are very shiny, but I mean...
No, I don't mean that just because they're shiny. I mean the corners, every corner, every bit of paper's been picked up. I think that's great. It's just somehow it gives it a sort of dreamlike quality, a slightly alienated quality.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Very few, and the surprising thing is, very few cigarette ends, considering how the population spends the entire time smoking.
Once they smoke them, they swallow the butts in case the cleanliness police arrive and arrest them.
I've joined up with Jagata from the Pula Diving Club to check out the area's famed crystal clear waters.
Some people actually manage to make wetsuits look cool. Some people look like ninjas when they wear this shit. I look like something wrapped in tarpaulin. Enjoying the contours, are we? Is that a long lingering shot for all these neoprene fetishists who might be watching the show? Get a real sense of the curves.
Jagata was going to take me down to an undersea cave, one of many along this stretch of coast. Not being able to speak Croatian, I hoped that the universal diver sign language would see me through.
I worship the devil. I love rock and roll. Those fish are mating. It's important stuff.
Whilst I got on with indulging my passion, Rory had found a passion of his own.
Now tell me, Griff,
Yeah.
where do you stand on nudism?
I don't. Have you ever been one?
No.
Come on,
there
let's
are-
go. There's supposed to be dozens of
Up
them.
here is Europe's largest nudist colony called Coverstada.
Yeah.
And apparently there's room for 15,000 fat, rich, naked Germans with big bellies and tiny willies. So it says in the tourist guide.
Here we are, we're sitting, as it happens, on the old boat. There's nobody else around, it's our boat. And we're passing a tourist, but what we could do is we'll just sit here, completely naked, right? Just the two of us, and see what it feels like, because, quite honestly, you know...
Join us after this break.
The sea floor is full of weird, wizened creatures. It's a good job Rory isn't down here. He doesn't cope well with such things.
Oh, my God! We've got some hungry seagulls looking for that chip.
No, you see, we are mad, because we're just the trouble with us, repressed Englanders, we just associate nudity with sex. And if you're a normal German or Austrian, or even a Czechoslovak or Croatian, you sit on the beach with no kit on and you think this is as nature intended me to be. Pass me that fig leaf, will you?
You don't need a fig leaf, you want a caper.
Thank you.
That should do it. That should cover it.
Nut?
No fear.
Jagged and I reached the undersea entrance to the cave, which would take us out into a blowhole in the cliff.
Wow, that's amazing. That's genuinely astonishing. Hello.
Hello.
How lovely is that? And even without much of visibility, even at the sense that you're really seeing that far, it is amazingly mysterious.
Day trips done and clothes returned, we borrowed a sailing boat for our last Croatian night and a supper of pasta with something the area is famed for, truffles.
I've always struggled with fungal growths myself, so I'm a bit sceptical about truffles. What do you think?
Well, I'll have yours then.
I think we should raise our glasses. Griff, you raise your eyebrows and say, Do widzenia, Chorwacka.
Do widzenia, Chorwacka.
What does that mean?
Griff, how long have you been in this country and not learnt what Do widzenia means, or Chorwacka?
Do you know what?
I'm
what?
not.
You know what
For me,
Chorwacka?
I know what it means. I'm only worried for the average viewer who don't. What does
That
it mean?
means goodbye until we see you again, Croatia.
Beautiful.
So I did it in a sort of crude, mocky Russian accent.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it was Venice, but just how we were going to get there remained to be seen.
Venice was waiting for us through the dawn fog. All we needed were our luxury yachts. But which one would we get?
We have to go. So have you have news?
Oh, you're kidding? That's great.
So what are we doing? Are we going? Can we go? Can we not go?
No, that's fine. No, we're running out of time. That's the thing. Okay.
So which was it to be? My elegant 52-footer with its unusual cabin layout?
Or my 72-foot twin-engine monster.
Isn't this exciting, Griff? Venice, at last.
And what a way to travel.
Yes, the only boat we'd managed to wrangle was a ferry.
What happened to your boat then?
I had problems getting the pretty blonde girl in the short miniskirt to come with me, and that, I'm afraid...
Probably actually the real reason, because the boats are both unsold. If they came back into Croatia, the Croatian government would slap VAT on them both, which for my boat would be like 720 grand, for his boat would be like
720,000. That's because our boat was so expensive, wasn't it?
Well, listen, either way, we couldn't and they couldn't and no one wanted, and so we
Right.
get this.
I actually prefer this boat to your boat.
Do you?
I do. I think this is a
But
much nicer boat.
you don't prefer this boat to your boat?
I can prefer this boat to my boat as well. Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's got integrity. It's got rigour.
It's
It's
got
a real
metal.
Yeah.
At least it's a boat, the only way to arrive for my first time in Venice. Dart and Griff have apparently been here before.
Impressive sight.
Ah, the great smell of no sewers.
I don't know why he's saying that. It doesn't smell at all. There's a typical English reaction, isn't it? He's worried most of all about the drainage.
It may be an English preoccupation, but can you flush the toilet paper down the lavatory?
Don't remember. Depends on the hotel we're in.
It's perfectly fine to flush the lavatory here.
Only when there's more.